Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Who am I but I'm Dre Mack? Came into the game just to spit facts. Into the space that I'm in. They call me Bobby Drake cause I'm cold with the pen. I run no diamonds but I feel shine. You can dig me cause my boy's mine. My tracks flame like a Damu. The hardest part on my tongue, thinking is a raw glue. I'ma throw with a gas leak. Camouflage in the mist, but you smell me. One spark, then I bet you I'ma blow up. The feel my name around, get stupid, then you go dumb. No rest for the weary. A versus thinking in his man, but you can't see me. You rather drink than go pull up. I'm jugging knives through the game, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. I came to eat at the a la carte. Got stripped of a bear, come be brainstorm. Then I come together like a Voltron. Then I pour another plate to use Decepticons. Straight rappers to retreat like Cobra. 80s making floating like up in the storage and I'm E-man. Up, down, man, I'm cheap. You a beast, man. I take a beat in. Ninja Turtle rap, Turtle Clans get defeated. Hot in my ride. You can call me Night Rider. You can never stop me, cause I'm a guy bomb. Bad attitude like a rocket. My whole to the A, and I bet you can stop us. LL bad when I go and show up. You can hear the haters in the back. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
What's up? What is going on, everybody? This your man, Dre Mack, coming to you again with another episode of the Dre Mack Show. 7:30 in the morning, Central Time, 8:30 on the East Coast. If you're on the West Coast right now, go ahead and get up, because you already know that the early bird gets the worm. And of course, today is Bel Air Fridays. This is part 4 and 5 of Bel Air that I'm going to be recapping. Episodes 6 through 8 come out next week, which will be the season finale. This will be the end of Bel Air, as a season. And I'm going to talk about a couple things with this episode. And before we get started with everything, I'm going to talk about all the news that has happened in the last 24 hours, especially with Netflix announcing they have acquired Warner Brothers Media. So we're going to get into it today. Hopefully you guys are happy. Hopefully you guys are healthy. Shout out to my man Heavy Gant over at the Heavy Gant React channel, but you already know how I do. The real question is,
Say why you hating on my energy? Say why you hating on my energy? I don't think you wanna be my enemy.
All right. Let's see who was all in the house real quick. Let's see who was all in the house, and we are about to we gonna talk about this hero culture. We gonna talk about it. Let's see who's all in the house. We gonna get into all the news, surprising passing that I gotta get. It's a lot before we even get to Bel Air, and then I'm gonna have to talk about Bel Air a little bit. In Peacock's, I'm gonna get into it anyway. Tina, aka Minty Gasm, good morning. Marley Marlon's in the house. Good morning. Xavier Phoenix is up here. Good morning. Junior Network. Good morning. Erica D, aka She Loves Fantasy. Good morning. Andre Ware's in the house. What's up? Good morning. Always ready to taste the biscuits with the honey sauce. You know what I'm saying? Every morning. Hero Culture, I'm gonna get to your super chat in a minute. I'm gonna get to that comment that you said too. I'm gonna get to that. Aisha, good morning. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna get to Kerry Tagawa, his passing today too, man, or on yesterday. Yeah, this is I got a lot to go over. Yes, HBO's in it. I just posted it on the community page that Netflix has officially acquired WB. That is now made official from Netflix. Now, mind you, Netflix has like wrestling. Do they have the UFC? No, Peacock has the UFC now, I believe. But Netflix has been making a lot of moves. But before I get to the moves, let me go ahead and address Hero Culture. Thank you so very much for the $2 super chat. Goodbye, DCU. It was nice while it lasted. We lost. I don't think that the DCU is going anywhere, and I'm gonna give you my reasons why in here in a moment. But first thing we got to do is make sure we start out the morning also right with some tasty buttered milk biscuits.
Taste the biscuit.
Thank you.
Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
And again, thank you so very much for the $2 super chat. Yeah, everybody was calling Jermaine Jackson. I said he looked like he got one of them 1930s football helmets on. He's been looking like that for a minute. I don't know what it is, but I guarantee you know what I'm saying? He gonna make sure that you can count correctly. All right. So before we get to there, let me shout out to all the people that is part of the crew. Let's get the shout out together. Let's go. Hold up. Wait a minute. Whoa. Stop everything you're doing. Go and hit that like button. I know this is probably your first time watching and you probably enjoying everything. Stop fucking on the channel and go and hit that subscribe button so you never miss one of my videos or one of my morning live streams. And for only $2.99 a month, you know you can be a part of the crew. And shout out to all my crew members that have been holding it down for Dre Mack and the crew since the beginning. All right, back to your regularly scheduled program, now in service. Go. Bye. All right. And again, if you want to be a part of the crew, all you got to do is hit that join button and you can be a part of the magnificent crew. So let's go. All right. I don't want to hold you guys. I want to get to all of the news first. So let me transition real quick. And let's talk about this Warner Brothers from 22 minutes ago. from the BBC, Netflix to buy Warner Brothers films and streaming businesses for $72 billion. It's a lot of money. Let me borrow some of it. But Netflix has agreed to buy the film and streaming businesses of Warner Brothers Discovery for $72 billion in a major Hollywood deal. The streaming giant emerged as the top bidder for Warner Brothers ahead of rivals Comcast and Paramount Skydance after a drawn-out battle. Now, mind you, I did not want Paramount Skydance to buy Warner Brothers. Again, you have to understand what Time Warner Warner Brothers Discovery, what they all own. And again, CNN was the group that Warner is under Warner Brothers umbrella. If Paramount would have bought it, because of who owns Paramount, they would have been really pushing for this pro right-wing media conglomerate with that deal, just like what they did with CBS and Peacock. So I am very, very happy that Paramount didn't get it. Now, who would I would have liked? You know, I would have liked Comcast, and I would have liked Apple. But Netflix has a lot of money. And I'm going to get at the end of this this article, I'm gonna get into the reasons why I think this might actually be a good deal for both sides in the long run. All right. So Warner Brothers owns franchises including Harry Potter and Game of Thrones and the streaming service HBO Max. The takeover is set to lead to radical reshaping of the U.S. film and media industry, but analysts have warned that it could face resistance from competition authorities. Netflix co-chief executive Ted Sarandos said that by combining the library of Warner Brothers shows and movies such as Casablanca with the streaming platform series such as Friends, we can give audiences more of what they love and help define the next century of storytelling. Warner Brothers have defined the last century of entertainment, and together we can define the next big one, he said, which Netflix made that statement on X just about an hour ago. Labeling it a big day for the companies, Mr. Sarandos acknowledged the acquisition may have surprised some shareholders, but it was a rare opportunity for to set Netflix up for success for decades to come. David Zaslav, president and chief executive of Warner Brothers, added the agreement would combine two of the greatest storytelling companies in the world. By combining together with Netflix, we will ensure people everywhere will continue to enjoy the world's most resonant stories for generations to come, he said. The cash and stocks deal is worth $27.75 per Warner Brothers share, with a total enterprise value, which includes the company's debts and values of shares of about $82.7 billion. The equity value or cash price is $72 billion. Both boards of directors from each company unanimously approved the deal. So there was no backlash from this deal. They all came to agreement. This is the best deal for them. The acquisition of Warner Brothers is expected to enable Netflix to expand its studio's production capacity and increase its investment in original content. Netflix would will complete the takeover after Warner Brothers finalizes its previously announced plans to separate its streaming and studio divisions from its global networks division into two publicly traded companies next year. Its global networks division includes its cable channels such as CNN, as well as its sports brands and free-to-air channels in Europe. Now, remind you, CNN was really big in the Paramount Skybox deal. That was really big, and that's what Trump was trying to push. Because I know there's going to be questions about, well, will Donald Trump approve this? He's out of this. There's nothing that he could do about this deal. You know what I'm saying? This has to go through FCC regulations. This will most definitely get approved by the FCC because they cannot block this. And bam, there we go. Warner Brothers, Netflix, is one big happy family for now. But again, I do have some thoughts on each side with this. All right, global mega power. Paleo Pescator, I probably butchered that. Now I apologize. Founder in technology, media, and telecom analysis at PP Foresight said that the sale was a huge statement of intent and underlines Netflix aspirations to be a global leader in a new world order of streaming. Using the new world order in that is kind of weird wording, but I get it. But he warned that while the surprising move made sense for Warner Brothers, it could provide a headache for Netflix when trying to combine the companies given the size of the deal. Now, I'm going to just back up just for a little bit. This is the reason why I think there's a win and a possible L in this. Now, HBO, Warner Brothers have, as far as a streaming platform, has put out nothing but bangers on original content. That's Game of Thrones content. That is DC relative content. Because no matter what you say, Creatures Commandos, had eyes on it. You had Game of Thrones, the spinoff to Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon. They have another spinoff. Eyes is going to be on there. The Penguin from the Batman series had eyes on it. Peacemaker season 1 was stronger than season 2, but there were still eyes on that. And then still eyes on other media outside of the stuff we cover as far as the superhero and all of that stuff landscape. So there's eyes on the product, right? And to me, the best thing Netflix could do is not get rid of HBO Max. Using technically the formula that Disney did and folded into the hub of your streaming platform. So when you go on Disney Plus pops up, you got Hulu, you got what was the other one? Oh man, what's the other guy? I don't pay attention. But you know what I mean? So you have other options. So you have Netflix and you can watch HBO Max. It's still under one umbrella, right? And if you're going to you're going to have to get rid of the to acquire it, and this ain't going to happen for maybe a year or two. So we still got a ways to go before the merger happens. The same thing that happened, I think it took almost 2 to 3 years for the merger of Disney Plus and Fox integrated stuff to happen. So it took a while. But this is what I would like for them to do. You're not going to be able to charge HBO Max in the future because HBO Max is going to get folded in. You pay, as long as if you do raise the price, you're raising a couple bucks because then you're not paying for HBO Max, which I think I pay I don't know, 13, 14 bucks. I don't know. I don't even pay attention. It just comes out of my account. Now, I don't even pay attention to it anymore. And then I pay, $20-something for Netflix. And I don't watch Netflix as much as I watch HBO Max product. I watch more Warner Brothers products. Now, mind you, Warner Brothers, Time Warner also integrated inside of that New Line Cinema. Inside of that, right? Remember Lord of the Rings and it's that's part of Warner Brothers, right? You have a lot. The best thing they should do is make it part of their hub. You go to Netflix, you want to watch HBO Max, bam, and then you have the whole entire library at your disposal. You want to watch Stranger Things, you can watch Stranger Things, and you can watch Welcome to Derry. You know what I mean? And I want people to understand Netflix does make a lot of content for their platform, and they're very good at that. But having Warner Brothers Studios and the history of Warner Brothers Studios allows Netflix to shoot some of their more bigger dream products under the Warner Brothers banner. They own it. Still Netflix, but under Warner Brothers, right? And they could have their more ambitious products that doesn't go straight to streaming. It goes to the movies because they have proven that we have proven as people that we're still going to the movies. We're still going to the movies. So when they want to really fork over some money to do a really big project, they can do it under a Warner Brothers banner. Now, where it could go wrong if they decide to put everything just strictly on streaming and ignore the people who's going to the movies. I mean, hell, if I'm not mistaken, is it Stranger Things season 5? I guess the finale's coming to the movies. So they know that there's an audience there, right? And I guess that's the fear. They're not, Netflix is not going to reboot anything. Let me say that again. Netflix is not going to reboot anything. The reason why they won't reboot anything, that's Game of Thrones, that's Harry Potter, that's DC under DC Studios, all of that. They're not. They're going to let them play in their own sandbox. Netflix is really good about putting their branding down, but staying hands off of what everybody else got going on. The reason why I said that is because listen to the interviews of Paul Levesque, who is, also known as Triple H in WWE, the head CCO or COO of World Wrestling Entertainment, has came out and said, yes, they have our back. We put our funding down, we do our thing, but they allow us to do our thing. So they're not overstepping their boundaries in a land where they don't know nothing about. That's not their land. So they leave it alone. And that's going to be good for James Gunn and Peter Safran over at Warner Brothers. That's going to be good for other creators over at Warner Brothers with the Game of Thrones franchises, the successful franchises. If Netflix is going to allow them just to do their own thing. Now, of course, if you're not successful, of course, you're going to have to cut it. But Netflix has proven that even their least successful products has still got some legs under that. And I'll give you an example. When they made that Cowboy Bebop, they still pushed it weekly. No, was that dumped all at once? I think that was dumped all at once because that was still their motto. But they still believed in their product and tried to push their product, even though that product was not good. The live action Cowboy Bebop. But it's funny, people still came in to watch to see what they were doing. The Last Airbender, Avatar: The Last Airbender, same situation. You know what I'm saying? But people came in for the product and they left those people alone. So Netflix is good by leaving people alone. Now, Hero Culture said, what about physical media? That is where Netflix is going to shine. Remember where Netflix legs came from and the reason why they're the global phenomenon that they are now. They started off selling physical media. They know the power of you're going to go get a steel book of Harry Potter. They know the power of you're going to get a steel book or Game of Thrones or a House of the Dragon or whatever. They know the power of that, or the next DC product that's big. Because why? Netflix made their bones in physical media first, selling physical media, going to go to the red box. You don't think that they're going to, and one of them was talking about Casablanca. You don't think that they're going to say, you know what? We could just make a steel box of Casablanca and sell it. Yeah, you could go get the streaming, but the streaming only lasts so far. But we got this special steel box set of this because why? They made their money that way. They made a lot of money. They put Blockbuster out of business. Hollywood Video out of business. Your local mom and pop shop for rentals out of business. They did something nobody else has ever done before. So Netflix, when it comes to these particular things that I'm talking about, I think they're in good hands. Now, I wanted them to be under Apple, but the best, if you look at the power that Netflix has done, look what they did with boxing. We all know Jake Paul is a so-so boxer. We still tune in to watch this crap. You know, when they did they streamed live the Chris Rock special. They still got eyes on that thing. No matter what you think, that still trended. They not necessarily resurrected, but they gave Dave Chappelle legs again after everything that he went through after the Comedy Central deal. They gave Dave $20 million. What up, Mickey G? They gave Dave $20 million for his special. And now we look at Dave Chappelle is one of the greatest comics of all time. But guess who had their back? Netflix. So you don't think Netflix is going to make sure DC has legs? Because again, Netflix wants to take down who? Disney. That's who Netflix wants to take down. Disney. The greatest competition that you can ever have is the biggest streaming network going against the house that the mouse built. And they're going to pump. They pump money in Snyder's other ventures that did not go well. You don't think they're going to look at DC and say, you know what? We going to let y'all do what y'all need to do. You need extra money? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Now, we already know people come and watch The Penguin and all these other shows on HBO Max. Now it's about to double with people watching it from Netflix that probably don't want to pay for another streaming service. Now you got Warner Brothers. You got HBO Max under that umbrella. See, Hulu had shows. They wasn't HBO. They're not HBO Max. I'm trying to tell you, this is bigger. This is Macho Man and Hulk Hogan shaking hands. The mega powers, you know what I'm saying, unite. I'm trying to tell you, this is going to be bigger than what you think. This is going to be the real competition that Netflix that really needs to happen. That needs to happen. Because if you got real competition with people with real money behind it, Netflix has real money behind everything. Look what they're buying. Look what they're buying. You don't think, especially comic book fans, I told y'all needed back. They needed backing. Warner Brothers was under so much flux. You know who is stable? Netflix. Oh boy, Alien. But name the other hits on Hulu. I dare you. I dare you. Name the other hits on Hulu, not Alien Earth, in the last 2 years under Hulu. I mean what was the name of the samurai show? Shogun was cool. But what else? Only Murders in the Building? I didn't hear a lot of people talking about Only Murders in the Building like that. I'm talking about something that, like how Welcome to Derry right now is a phenomenon. Oh, I forgot about that. And shout out to Mika G for pointing this out. You gonna have Welcome to Derry and Stranger Things on the same platform? I mean, yes, you're gonna have the older episodes, but once they acquire it, they're going to be able to have seasons 2 and 3 under their umbrella. And we already, there's so many people talking about Welcome to Derry right now, just like so many people was talking about the Penguin. And before that, so many people were talking about House of the Dragon. And before that, so many people were talking about, I'm just saying, I'm talking about where everybody is talking. Now, they're probably just Handmaid's Tales. I got to give them that. Handmaid's Tales was, man. Everybody was talking about Handmaid's Tales. Everybody was talking about it. Not even gonna hold you. But you're talking about you're talking about a phenomenon. You know, that's what I'm talking about. An actual phenomenon. So I'm just saying, I think this is good. I think this is good. Let's finish this. The OJ case with Cuba. He became more of a meme. Remember, people's like me checking out a 85-inch TV under eggs or something and self-checkout. So yeah. And I gotta get to this. I gotta get to these other these other ones or whatever. The other story that hurts my heart. Anyway, let me see. Now, while the Agreed deal is part of the Warner Brothers business, rival Paramount had tabled a bid to buy the whole company, including its cable networks, in October. Warner Brothers rejected this move before putting it up for sale. Thank you, Warner Brothers, for doing that, because we already know, and I told you the mess that they were going to do. Ahead of Friday's announcement, Emma Wall, chief investment strategist at Hargreaves Lansdown, said the U.S. competition regulator was likely to get involved given the size of the new company. This would create a global mega power in broadcast entertainment, which the regulator will want to look at. Tom Harrington, head of television at Enders Analysis, said it was hard to gauge whether the deal would be approved by the regulators. You know, they're still anybody's property. They're damn good too. But you got okay, I'm sorry. That was a bad joke. All right. But if it went through, it would have a massive impact on cinema. Were it to go through, it would reorient Hollywood, he said. Netflix has always had some limited use for cinemas, but generally its offering undermines it. Mr. Harrington said there was likely to be big reductions in television and film output from a newly large company, which led to resistance to move from parts of Hollywood and relevant unions. For consumers, Mr. Harrington said a merger was likely to lead to higher prices. Netflix would get more expensive, even though HBO Max would be shuttered, become non-essential. The greater potential penetration of Netflix households will likely mean an increase in total overall subscription revenues. Because at the end of the day, that's all it's about. My final thoughts on this. Yes. HBO will get Netflix some Emmys. Now, this is my final thoughts on this. Number one, what Netflix has to avoid is okay. Let me just start over because I had to start while reading this. We're talking about, and I'm gonna just put myself back on full screen here. So, the biggest thing that I looked at this merger, this deal, when it happened, I said, I'm not trying to be like a conspiracy theorist, but even though I wear my tinfoil hats well, COVID changed the game. The virus changed the game because everybody was stuck at home watching TV. And when people were stuck at home, they couldn't go anywhere. They couldn't go to the movies or whatever. HBO Max and Netflix stole the show. Right? They stole the show. And it changed the way that you looked at cinema. And unfortunately, cinema's changing. Now, where Netflix could be smart at is again, put their bigger ambitious products that they want to do under Netflix. What Netflix wants to do, and put it towards the big screen where you know there's no way that this could be a financial loss. There's no way, because this is original content that we want to push. And again, if we say it's Netflix, I'm gonna be honest. People are like, well, I just wait for it because me and Mika G had that conversation. We're like, I just wait for it to come on streaming. Why would I want to do that? Right? Why would I want to do that? And people are really tripping right now. I got people really tripping that the DCU was going to be dead because of this merger. No. Actually, I might just talk about this and not even do Barrel Air Fry. I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that in a moment. I might do it. Honestly, I'm gonna do it. But I might not. Yeah, I'm gonna do it today. Again, you push the bigger products under the Warner Brothers banner, right? And people hear it's Netflix, they're probably going to be less likely to go to the movies because they're going to believe that this is just a Netflix product and we could be able to watch the movies. But remember, Kevin Hart's special came to the movies and it was quite successful, right? You're going to want your bigger ambition products under Warner Brothers banner in the movies. You're going to want that. People are still wanting to go to the movies and have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you can have a good time at home. You're already paying for the product, yada, yada, yada. But I don't want to watch the newest Batman movies at home. I don't want to. I don't want to watch them at home. I want to watch the big stuff. I want it to be at the movies. Just like how Stranger Things, the final chapter or whatever the season finale is coming to the movies. They know that. Why you think they did that? Have you noticed Netflix has never put no, have they did this before? Have they put it in the comment section? I'm thinking they have. But put in the chat, has Netflix ever put a season finale in in the movies? Which one did they do? Aisha said yes. She said, "What's up, she?" Say yes. What did they do? I you know what? I'm about to change this whole thing. I'm about to make me a new thumbnail. I think I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna do Bel Air Friday on tomorrow. I'm about to rechange this. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. I'm about to change. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me get this thing together. We're gonna have to talk about this. Yeah, this is too, yeah. I'm gonna talk about Bel Air, because Bel Air kind of, yeah, I'll do Bel Air tomorrow. Let me do something real quick. Let me send this thing to a commercial break, y'all, and I'll be right back with more of the Dre Max Show.
Knight Rider will return after these messages and station identification.
Scanman, he's Scanman, not just no Bruce boyfriend. If you cross him, you're a dead man. You heard what I said, man.
I heard he was gay. No way, sister.
Scanman, he's Scanman.
Rider Power Cycle with Kit on the pretend instrument panel.
Here he comes.
There's something special happening at Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Fresh buttermilk biscuits made from scratch. Our chicken head biscuits a perfect match.
Warm, taste so good, make you want to slap your mama for real. Man, I slap your grandma, I slap your auntie.
Good idea. Playing horsey with your little sister. Bad idea. Playing horsey with your Aunt Bertha.
Let's see who's bad, man. Come on, let's go. Let's do it. Let's show you who's bad. Come on.
You wear a disguise to look like human guys, but you're not a man, you're a chicken boo.
Now the conclusion of
I hate how they talk about you. Everybody thinks you're just a freeloader. They don't know about...
They can't know. They can't ever know. If my cover's blown, we're both dead.
Do you like the car? It's for you.
What's the occasion?
I can't believe you forgot again. It's our anniversary. We've been engaged for 15 years.
You know, I'd marry you tomorrow, baby. But it wouldn't be fair. Not to you or to the free world. Well, look at you.
This is it. I can't believe it. After 15 years, we're finally going to consummate our love.
Damn. This is Stedman. It's the commissioner.
What?
Professor Haight? He's escaped? Damn. What? The French Riviera. Now? Yes, sir. I'm on my way. Damn him! Damn that Professor Haight!
He's escaped? Again? Can't they build a prison strong enough to hold him for at least one night?
He's diabolical. I must go.
Can it wait just 1 hour? I want it so bad. 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Believe me, when we finally make love, I'm gonna take my time. It's gonna take all night long. But right now, I'm gonna need some money.
How much?
Let's see. French Riviera. In the house. Wardrobe. Disguises, special weapons, laser glasses, speedboat, armored helicopter.
All I have on me is 1.3 million.
That'll have to do.
Oh, darling, what kind of life is this?
Oprah, darling, you have to be strong. There's more at stake than just you and me.
Here's something to read on the plane.
Thank you, darling.
How about a kiss?
Of course. Close your eyes.
Oh, Stedman.
Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm in here still clicking away trying to get this thing changed. Let me see. Let me get to some of you guys, what you guys are saying in the chat. You said this topic really took off. I mean, people really, again, the James Gunn haters, you know what I'm saying? Are mad right now. Or they want to see James Gunn fell in just because of the Snyderverse. But again, if Snyder was so successful, why didn't his last project under Netflix work? Is my question. Y'all, some of y'all be killing me. Oof. Hold on. I'm just sorry, y'all. Y'all keep the chat going. Y'all keep the chat going. Lord have mercy. I knew I should have did this topic first. Actually, I mean, I should have just did this topic. That's kind of what I should have did. I was contemplating that, but I just got to watching Bel Air, and it was some good parts. Ugh. I'm probably one of the rare people to still put a description down of what's going on in my video. Oof. Hold on, I gotta change the thumbnail too. Godly, I got so much stuff that I gotta just. I guess that's what happens when you wear a disguise to look like human guys, but you're not a man, you're a chicken boo. All right, it's all changed. She's diabolical. And I still got Bel Air under the... it don't even matter. It doesn't even matter now. And this froze. Okay. I got to actually take that out, though. Take that out of that. Say that. Yada mean, and now we're good. All right, let me get to some of you guys' comments. All right. All right. So, DeAndre, what's up? You said there's an artistic quality and consideration that movies made for theaters that movies made for TV simply don't make. And I agree with you. There's certain things like I remember watching that movie with Ryan Reynolds, The Rock, and Gal Gadot. It was cool, but you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have watched that movie at the movies, even though you got Deadpool, Wonder Woman, and Black Adam in it. I still want to watch that movie. So that's a movie what I'm talking about that could come straight to Netflix. The Diddy documentary could come straight to Netflix. That's cool. But if you want to try to make and again, Netflix owns the IP. So stuff like Batman Mask of the Phantasm, if they decided they want to put that back in the movies for like maybe a 40th anniversary or something like that or whatever, they have the liberty to do that. And by God, would they make a lot of money off of that. Because that's considered one of the best Batman movies of all time. Just think about, a Game of Thrones finale at the movies or something like that. It's a lot to it. He's the great successor. We can wait for Bel Air. This merger is important. All right. Xavier Phoenix says, my fear is Netflix will only focus on 1 to 2 theatrical films a year going forward. The rest of the time, they want their eyes on their streaming service. Now, I agree with you on that. Matter of fact, let's just pull up the numbers real quick. Let's just pull up the numbers. Let's see, because Warner Brothers is having a hell of a year. So, Warner Brothers, and this is why I was talking about separation. Warner Brothers' biggest movies of 2025. This is just 2025. So yes, as I agree with you, I will also say they're going to separate that because again, Netflix has proven time and time again that they will take their hands out of the cookie jar and let you go ahead and get your cookie. They have done it, and they have your back. ask Dave Chappelle. You know what I mean? Literally, ask Dave Chappelle. They made sure to stay by Dave Chappelle no matter what. So, okay, so let me just share my screen real quick so we can answer that question properly. So just to Google this. This is just the top performing Warner Brothers films of 2025. A Minecraft movie, Superman, Sinners, F1, Conjuring Last Rites, Weapons, Final Destination Bloodlines, and Mickey 17. All right. Key takeaways. Record-breaking year, Warner Brothers became the first studio to surpass $4 billion at the global box office in 2025. Diverse slate. Their success came from a mix of DC Universe films, horror, and video game adaptations like Minecraft. Franchise strength. They successfully leveraged major franchises like Superman, Final Destination, and The Conjuring. So when I tell you there's money there with Warner Brothers, there's money there. If you leave it alone, it can make you some money. And I don't think that Netflix is so hands-on like other studios. One of the problems that I have with Disney, because they too hands-on. Step back. Netflix, and you've never heard from anyone that has dealt with Netflix, well, they did this and they made me change that, and I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that. When is the last time you heard that from a studio? You hear this all the time with Disney or Paramount or all these other studios that just keep putting their hands on stuff, not stop touching it. It doesn't come out nearly the way that it wants to because of studio's involvement. Never heard that with Netflix at all. And Netflix is ambitious. They literally have put out any type of genre you could think of. They put out superhero, they do a sci-fi, they do horror, they do comedy. I'm just saying, let's say for the sake of argument, Eddie Murphy decides to do a tour, but he wants to do it on the Warner Brothers band in deal how he did with Raw. Do you not think Netflix is going to give him all of the Scrooge McDuck bucks that he jumped into just so he can make that? Because they know he's going to make money from the older audience and the audience that grew up with him knowing he was just the voice of Donkey from Shrek, or he was Dr. Doolittle or whatever. I'm just saying, that's just because it's Eddie Murphy. Yes, Dave Chappelle has had some very successful Netflix special. Kevin Hart has very successful Netflix specials. But you get Eddie Murphy to come back. I just watched his documentary. Y'all not feeling me. I don't think y'all feeling me. I really don't. I don't think y'all feeling me on this one. I'm trying to man. The Witcher had a theatrical release. I didn't know that. Oprah over there she throwing it back. She had her sexy outfit on. She was like, "Oh, just 5 minutes." It said he's diabolical. Still, but yep, you're right. Frankenstein, K-pop, Demon Hunters did well at the movies. Did well. Yeah, which a lot of people really want to see the third Knives Out movie. I mean, you got to jack the necklace sometime, dog. Let me get that out. You're saying even if Netflix starts theatrical release, they may only be a few weeks to try. They would never do that. because what will happen is they would not have the trust of the theaters. And theaters are not going to put a movie in the theaters for you to hurry up and snatch out because they know that they have to share revenue with the theaters. They would never do that. That's bad practice. So I wouldn't go so far on that. That's bad business practice. And they would never go that far. Would never go that far. What's up, Wavy Thames? Of course. Yeah. Of course. I dig that. Oh my God. Hold on, y'all. I done had a I'll be right back. I'm sorry, y'all. Something sucks right now because as soon as somebody said recast T'Challa, my Black Panther poster decided to try to fall down. Sorry, I thought it was going to be quicker. Oh my God. If you want to know, hold on. Because this time I'm gonna start live streaming for real. This month, God dang it, everything's falling. I still got on my work clothes. I'm over here feeling like Oprah. I just need 5 minutes. But this is what failed. Y'all recast T'Challa. I gotta fix it though. You gotta put it back. Lords, that's literally some of the worst tape that Velcro, some of the worst crap ever. All I heard was year pop, or it starts swinging. Sick of it. All right, yeah, let's keep going. All right. It's because it ain't James Gunn. It's because people were really the Snyderverse was cool, but damn it, even me, I like the Snyder cut. It's long as hell. It's long as hell. And can we get the likes up, please? I mean, it would be I wouldn't mind seeing him on Luke Cage, honestly, because he makes compelling characters. Yeah, Red Notice was cool, but I wouldn't have watched that in the movies. And somebody was like, "Oh, it's gonna be like Knight Rider or whatever." Yeah, without the car. All right. You said WWE superstars in the DCU. All right, what up, Kid Gravity? I mean, we already got that with John Cena, but I don't think you can see him, though. We said you'll go for the re-releases. Okay. Netflix drops good and bad IPs, but they're still the best streaming platform. They are. But the ones who the most consistent, this is what I'm talking about when it comes to Warner Brothers Discovery. The most consistent as far as all these streaming sites, when you go to look for like really good content, has been HBO Max. They have been the most consistent when it comes to their content. They make really good content. And it's not what I like about them, they don't try to dump that was Disney's problem. They don't just dump this, which I have a problem with Peacock doing this to Bel Air this season. You know what I mean? It makes it interesting but uninteresting at the same time. Because hell, the season finale is next week. And I'm like, do I really want to spend only 76 people watch my episode 1 through 3. I like to be dedicated, but Lord, the way that you guys are doing it, I don't want to cover 3 episodes of a 46-minute long series. You know what I'm saying? Back to back to back. You're not even giving me time to like digest the 4th episode. I don't know. Anyway. All right. Anyway. That Knives Out series is very much banging. All right. And what I mean by that is just they won't put their hand in the cookie jar. You know what I'm saying? They won't put their hand in the cookie jar. That's all I'm saying. And no, Netflix is not going to dead DC. Why? When we just looked up, one of their successful franchises was Superman this year. And they globally hit $4 billion. You think they're going to be like, yeah, let's go ahead and just kill that. Again, Dave Chappelle basically got resurrected on Netflix. No, not basically. He did get resurrected on Netflix. And I have no idea what you're talking about. So, yeah. I mean, just think about what Netflix has done. And ask yourself, are they going to intervene in the affairs? Think about it. Are they going to intervene what Peter Safran and James Gunn are doing when they've already proven they can make a successful IP? I need people to get out of, we got to hit $1 billion to be successful. Too cool. It has to turn a profit. That's it. You turn a profit, stuff get made. Again, budget, profit. Your $200 million movie, make a profit. If that $200 million movie ended up being a $615 million movie, I'm sorry to tell y'all, that is a profit. Don't listen to these grifters talking about, we're the marketing budget and yada, 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 where they never tell you about a marketing budget because it's part of the production budget. That's the whole entire WAP. This is what you got to make this movie, to promote it, all of this stuff, yada, 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 to pay everybody. That's what it is. This ain't like Sega when they had, I was just listening to this last night on my way to work because I just like listening to these about the history of gaming and stuff like that. Me and my son got into that real heavy. But Sega had a budget for marketing. Why? Because they sell electronic. That's why they have a marketing budget. Their marketing budget went from $10 million a year to like $200 million. Just to make fun of Nintendo in the late 80s and the 90s, in the early 90s. You never hear this from movie studios because the whole entire production, this is to produce it. When you produce something, you still got to sell it because we're talking about cinema, not selling a product like toothpaste. Popcorn, cars, they have sales budgets. Studios don't have that because it's part of the overall production budget. Now, if you strike a deal with, say, for instance, Coca-Cola, and now you have product placement, guess who's paying for, their product now as far as the commercials that you see, like Tide, Coca-Cola, and all of that for Captain America, Brave New World, Tide paid for that. They paid for the advertisement and used the people in Captain America, Brave New World in it. Why? Because they got the product placement. Now, I'm about to sell my product along with your product so you can buy my product more. And maybe because I'm doing this Tide commercial, it brings more eyes to your product. That's how that works, big dogs. So I think I like the merger. All the comedians are making bread over there and stand behind them. I mean, hell, even Country Wayne, got a Netflix special and it wasn't good. I don't want to sound like I'm taking shots at him or whatever, but I didn't care for it. You know what I'm saying? And he ended up retiring from comedy, and now he's just doing his skits, I guess, on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Which is dope. You know what I'm saying? Because he controls his own money. But he's not that funny. I'm sorry. Wasn't that funny. So, DC, the Netflix did about The Witcher, which I love. We were just talking about The Witcher at work today. And I was like, I pitched my coin to my Witcher, but I liked Henry Cavill as The Witcher. You know what I'm saying? Like how Amazon did Lord of the Rings, Paramount did with Halo. Netflix is better for more original IPs and anime. I agree with you. Because Baki was dope when I first watched that on Netflix. Death Note. You know what I'm saying? So let me see. Freedom of Films. Great Netflix documentaries. That's not going to change. That's not going to change. But you could. Well, I mean, Stranger Things is literally like paying homage to like the It franchise, Stand By Me, all of that. You probably won't see that crossover because those characters have no bearing in that. But I guarantee you, they could be able to do more great stuff with the IPs that they have. Let me see. But I mean, we're talking about botched product. It's under the Netflix umbrella, but let's be crystal clear. It still goes under who wrote it, who directed it, yes, it's coming out of Netflix name, and that gives Netflix a bad name. But who did it? Who wrote this? They agreed to it. They gave them a shot. But I've never heard Netflix sticking their hand in the cookie jar. Airbender, the Avatar, the last Airbender show that came out on Netflix. You didn't hear about them touching all over that product. You know what I'm saying? Like some creepy Diddy party. You didn't hear nothing about that. What they did was allow the people who created the show to do the show the way that they wanted to do it. They did it with One Piece. They did it with Cowboy Bebop. It was not exactly the Cowboy Bebop I know from the anime, but they still did it. Eddie has successful. My Name is Dolomite was fire. So again, think about Eddie Murphy. And I'm probably behind on some of these comments. I'm very much behind. But just think about Eddie Murphy doing a Raw. But at his, you know what I'm saying? Doing his last stand-up, it goes to the movies, right? After his theatrical run and made all that money, they're going to get a ton more money on Netflix. And Coming to America, the second Coming to America went to Netflix. So Eddie, they made it, even though I did not like that movie, that's the way he wanted to make that movie. Can't be mad at that. I just did not like the execution of that movie. It was not terrible, but it wasn't great either. So, all right. It should be fine. Chrissy Key, what's up? What's up? I'm not worried about this at all. And like I said, the WWE merger has proven why I don't have issues with this. That was the Namor poster for all. I would punch that. He would never be on my wall. He'll be on my punching bag, but he won't be on my wall. Facts. What's up, Kendall? What's up? What's up, Mario Fave Warrior? What's up? Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. So Doom finna wash everybody. We gonna see. I got some command these Velcro strips that I got from I was about to say from Netflix, from Amazon. And I don't know just say I done had a few posters fall. And bro, when I try to tell you that I tried to download this thing on Crunchyroll and I changed the so I could get the English dub and it would not download. It kept giving me an error message. But I will. Trust me. It's coming. Not the spirit of the child. We're not talking about Disney. We're not talking about Disney. And I is Tyrone back just trying to take the biscuits. I don't have no way to put it in my background because that's the TMNT section over there. It's not gonna go over there. And it's an actual poster board on my wall. So it's not gonna be up there either. So and I got that with that poster. I got that poster with I forgot which issue of Black Panther that I got. And it came with that poster. Because it was like a limited run. I forgot. I know me and Chillmonger has that poster. It says Snyder gets on my nerves. The Justice League didn't need to be 4 hours. It was long. Tyler J, what's up? No, only thing I don't like about Snyder is that everything got to be slow motion. You got the guy that literally is the epitome of having a clean ocean, break a bottle over rocks while moving in slow motion. Why? He said, not the ghost of Killmonger. What's up, Savage Cabbage? What's up? HBO is HBO has been the GOAT for a long time. I'm trying to tell you, they're not stupid. Even with the let's look at it like this. Let's put this into perspective. When Fox was ending its time over at the Fox studio, and they put out New Mutants and X-Men Dark Phoenix, right? Those were stinkers. Let's just be honest. Those were stinkers. Not really good movies. I get as bad as Dark Phoenix is, it's not as bad as Apocalypse. It's not bad as X-Men Apocalypse. That is a travesty. Yet they didn't make any money. Yeah, I mean they turned a profit, but it wasn't enough substantially because they knew that they were getting ready. Matter of fact, did they turn a profit with that? I don't think so. New Mutants was not good. Wasn't horrible, but it wasn't good, right? Disney did not shy away from those shows being on their platform. They didn't just dump it. They didn't just be like, I don't know what you're talking about. X-Men Dark Phoenix? Yeah, we don't know what you're talking about, big dog. They still put it on their platform and still made the Deadpool Wolverine movie and turned a profit. Because they're like, have you noticed they really, besides, I don't know what's going on with Storm, but they haven't changed their philosophy when it comes to the X-Men. They still want to push the X-Men because they know that their bread and butter is that X-Men. They didn't have to do X-Men 97. They brought the old IP back to continue it and brought back as much as the survivor members of that cast they possibly could. So they know what their bread and butter is at, right? Again, when has Netflix showed you that they're going to intervene in making money? When have they actually showed you that? All right, so X-Men Dark Phoenix earned $252.4 million worldwide against a $200 million budget. Yeah, they didn't really make that much money out of that. They didn't make that money out much money out of that. But they did it. They did it. And you could go to Disney Plus. I don't know if it's still on Disney Plus, but I believe they have the X-Men saga. Why? Because they want you to get excited about the X-Men. They want you to get excited about the X-Men coming to Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. They're not dumb. They've been doing this for a long time. They're not dumb. And again, because they had a couple stinkers, I don't even want to bring up New Mutants, but they had a couple stinkers, right? What they did not do is shy away from their stinkers. All right, let's get to it. All right, I could get into Welcome to Derry. Despite the removal of animation, I still watch HBO Max from time to time. I forgot that Hulu owns ESPN. That's who I was thinking of. I'm like, I kind of hate that they changed. They kind of changed this because it used to have like you had your Marvel section. Yeah, X-Men Dark Phoenix. Guess what? It's on Disney Plus right now. Okay, yeah, it's all the way at the bottom. Okay. I'm just going to Fox related products. And why I say they did not shy away from it. Under Mutant Legacy, Deadpool, Wolverine, X-Men 97, X-Men Days of Future Past, Logan, X2, The New Mutants, Deadpool, X-Men First Class, X-Men, the original, X-Men Last Stand, The Wolverine, Deadpool 2, X-Men Origins Wolverine. The video game was better than that. X-Men Apocalypse, X-Men Dark Phoenix, X-Men Evolution, X-Men the original series, Wolverine and the X-Men, Legion, Gifted. They did not shy away even from their stinkers. Is all I'm saying. Do you think that Netflix is dumb enough to just we're just going to rehaul it, we're going to just dump it? I don't think so. Yeah, they have a relationship with Snyder, but Snyder's not going to. I mean, people got to remember James Gunn and Zack Snyder are friends, so they're not going to do anything. He's not going to do anything to compromise what James Gunn is actually trying to do. All right, I'm way behind. Cherry Coke, I don't care for them. Cherry Coke, not Cherry Coke. Blue is up in the house. What's up? Be a stupid that you should have used Soldier Boy. Hold up, huh? Be a stupid. Do you think they should have used Soldier Boy Superman in Soldier Boy Superman? I'm confused. Maybe I missed part of the conversation. All right. I wonder as Netflix renegotiate WB's deal with other shows, movies being spread out on many other streaming platforms. Well, according to the article that I just had up, they got to wait for Warner Brothers to separate their entities, their cable service and their streaming service first, before they do anything with what not happen until sometime next year. So they have to be able to split those. So it says Netflix will complete the takeover after Warner Brothers finalizes its previously announced plans to separate its streaming and studio divisions from its global networks division into two publicly traded companies next year. So that's why I say I wouldn't worry too much about that. They're going to say Hollywood is dead. Not Randy Orton as Victor's. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Y'all. Security Gravity Beyond is wild for that. But thank you for the 2 months. Not Dizzy Bediddling. Oh, wow. You said, I have faith in Netflix. They know how to party with their Netflix and chill campaign. They made that actually, you know. I'm just saying. What up, Craig Gravity? Of course it's B1 Night Rider around here. Paramount always had lawyers to wonder about WB favorite Netflix. Not RP Wrestling. Oh, no problem. No problem. No problem. Let me see. Marley Moore, I was wondering when you was gonna come in. So after the amazing global success for Rebel Moon, why do people think Netflix would bring Zack Snyder back to do a DCEU? Read the sarcasm. Exactly. X-Men Cosmic Invasion is hard. I might have to check that out. Yep, Disney acquired Dark Phoenix, and they didn't even try to. Dark Phoenix is not horrible, but it's bad. It's bad. I mean, hell, X-Men 3: The Last Stand is better than that. It's way better than that. What up, J. Carter? What's up? Imagine Deadpool now against the whole MCU will be lit. And I have Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe 1 and 2. That'll be dope. That will be dope. Let me see. Not the Superman crank that. Okay. Will Warner Brothers still release content on? Okay. So I asked this. This question was asked earlier. Yes. Remember where Netflix got their start from? Remember, this is just this is not low. This is just my opinion. So I'm not saying this is low, but just based on the pattern. Where they get their start from. And HBO is known for putting their biggest franchises in physical media. Game of Thrones has physical media. I believe House of the Dragon has physical media. Netflix got their start from physical media. They're going to make money. They're going to make, trust me. As far as AEW, they lost that. I'm going. That's AEW's fault. But check out what Netflix just said about the theatrical movie release window. They said the windows will be shorter. Where did they say that at, Andre Ware? And thank you so very much for the $5 super chat. Let's go ahead. Let me see if I can find that though.
You are truly amazing. Thank you for your super chat.
Think you wanna be my enemy.
All right. Let me see. Netflix Brothers Discovery. Experts say deal unlikely to be blocked. So they're not going to block that deal. And about Netflix, just put this out. You see, I think it's just what I just read. Yeah. I forgot Squid Game. It was Squid Game. Squid Game is very popular on Netflix. My daughter was into that. Okay, let me read this real quick. Let me share my screen real quick. Let me share my screen because this is from Netflix. Is this from Netflix's own thing? Let me see. I read this earlier. This is giving the audience more what they're asking for. Can be introduced to a broader audience. I just read that. Yeah, I just read that. I don't see anything about the windows being shorter coming from the actual COO or the CEO. Are they gonna have some, man? That's gonna make it nasty. That's gonna make it nasty. All right. It's a combination will offer more choices, more opportunity. This is coming from Netflix. Complementary strengthened assets. Warner Brothers Studios are world-class with Warner Brothers. Recognized as a leader supplier of television titles and film entertainment, HBO Max also provide a compelling complementary offer for consumers. Netflix expects to maintain Warner Brothers' current operations and build on its strengths, including theatrical releases for its films. Y'all thinking the Snyderverse is coming back? Ha ha! It's not. It's not coming back, son. It's not. Trust and believe it's not. Let me read that again. Netflix expects to maintain Warner Brothers' current operations and build on its strengths, including theatrical releases for films. More choices and greater values for consumers. By adding the deep film and TV libraries and HBO Max's programming, Netflix members will have more high-quality titles from which to choose. This also allows Netflix to optimize plans for consumers, enhance viewing options, and expanded access to content. AKA, you want a little bit more of this? You're gonna charge a little bit more, big dog. We're gonna charge a little bit more. You know what I mean? A stronger entertainment industry. This acquisition will enhance Netflix Studios' capabilities, allowing the company to significantly expand U.S. production capacity and continue to grow investments in original content over the long term, which will create jobs and strengthen the industry, the entertainment industry. And I was going to say that. This dub, because Netflix is known for making original IP, and I'm going to wrap this up here soon. They're known for making original IP. Trust and believe. When I tell you this, trust and believe that there's going to be more content. That means more creators, right? There's going to be more creators being able to create on Netflix. Netflix loves to bring in people you ain't never heard of and have them create shows. Just saying. What's too many ads? Are you talking about on here? What are you talking about? Too many ads? I don't get it. Oh, you're still not. I see your prior. Still not paying for too many ads. Blue. My guy, keep trying to tell people that the Snyderverse is dead. Doesn't make fiscal sense. Snyder can come back and be a part of what Jimmy Gunn is doing. That's about it. Just saying that Snyderverse is dead. Sorry, they're not going to say, "Hey, James Gunn, it's been." I know that they didn't put this back in stock. You son of a gun. After I just spent my money. You Black Hat 4s, you son of a guns. Not Rush Hour 4 is dead. All right. More value for shareholders. By offering members a wider selection of quality series and films, Netflix expects to attract and retain more members, drive more engagement, and generate incremental revenue, operating income. The company also expects to realize it's at least 2 to 3 billion of cost savings per year by the third year, and expects the transaction to be incentive to GAAP earnings by share by year 2. They're telling you what they're getting ready to do. They're telling you what they're doing right now. They say, "Hey, you want to come to money? You want the money? Come to Death Row." Oh, I'm sorry. I ain't gonna take you off the screen. Blurred AF. But even though you hate streaming, you know, which is fair, you know, there's plenty of people that don't go out their house. They don't go out their house. It really, the virus made it where, you know, hey, you ain't got to come out your house. We got everything you need right here. Still think it's a social experiment, but, you know, still get physical media. No, go get physical media. Just because it's on streaming does not stop you from getting physical media. Hell, I went to the pawn shop so I could pick up a snowblower because I'm not shoveling no more snow unless I really got to. Guess what they had? Physical media. Guess how much it was? $1. I'm just saying. You could go to well, we got a vintage stock, but I mean, you could go. There's places you could go find physical media, but DVDs now, Blu-rays are cheap. I'm just saying. Yeah, the pandemic changed the game on everything. You know what I started doing? I went and bought a Xbox 360. Why they're cheap, right? You know why? Because they're, you know, they want to take away the physical media. And some of the best games still either has a cartridge or you got to put a CD in it. So, yes, I still got a whole thing of DVDs that's in my living room. A whole thing of DVDs. I still got a lot of physical media. Never stop buying physical media. Do you know I got 3 different, and I will get more, 3 different versions of Knight Rider for physical media. Dukes of Hazzard, physical media. And I got it on streaming, but I still got it on physical media. So I'm just not, that's not, you can still go get physical media. All right, so they're talking about when this can happen. June 2025, yada, yada, yada. All of this. And this is through Netflix. Yep. Go get some vinyls. I got a vinyl of Michael Jackson's Thriller that I would never get rid of. So, I'm just saying. Let me take the last commercial break because, yeah. And I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. I'll be right back for more of the Dre Mack Show.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Are you going down? Then you gotta know the best way to go. On the down low.
Damn, you banking like that? And you come over here with a biscuit meal, man?
Would you like to take a survey?
No. Elevator go down the hall.
It's you! It's you!
Whoop de doo.
We are talking about the same girl.
Okay, well, what do we do? Fight a duel or something?
Well, I don't know. Maybe,
The conclusion of
like this?
Slower. Bend over.
Stedman, what's going on?
Darling, are you all right?
Stedman, who was that woman?
That was Professor Haight, disguised as an ugly French lap dancer.
Ugly? She looked beautiful.
I suppose she might have been considered beautiful until you walked in the room.
Oh, Stedman, I've been dreaming of this moment. Come here.
Wild horses couldn't keep me away. Invisible robots!
Invisible robots?
Beep, 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 beep.
Look out!
Man, he's Scatman. Not just no Bruce boyfriend. If you cross him, you're a dead man. You heard what I said, man.
I heard he was gay.
No way, sister.
Who's that man? He's Scatman.
We now return to the Transformers.
All right. All right, let's switch gears just real quick because I want to do this last final story. Carrie, I do apologize, people of Japan. Carrie Hiroyuki Tagawa, Mortal Kombat and Pearl Harbor actor, dies at 75. And I ain't gonna lie, this hit me because this is my childhood, because the first time I actually recognized who he was Mortal Kombat the movie. And you know, he literally took the Shang Tsung character. What the hell is this? Hold on. He really took the character of Shang Tsung and made it his own. I can't stand all this crap that pop up and they want you to pay for this mess. You know, but he took that Mortal Kombat character, made it serious. Was it Mortal Kombat 11? Was it Mortal Kombat 1? Yeah. This one hits hard. This one hits hard. So yeah. Passed away today at 75. It's a Mortal Kombat story. I would just say is Kerry Tagawa has died for complications from a stroke. He was 75. The actor and producer died at Santa Barbara on Thursday, December 4th. His spokesperson, Penny Viscara, confirmed to the USA Today. The Tokyo-born performer was best known for his role as Shang Tsung in multiple Mortal Kombat projects, including the 1995 movie, as well as TV and video games. He also played roles in films including Pearl Harbor, Planet of the Apes, 47 Ronin, which is, if you haven't seen 47 Ronin, it's dope. It is so dope. Elektra and Memoirs of Geisha. After moving to the United States at a young age, Tagawa attended the University of Southern California, where he studied traditional Japanese karate. Tagawa later returned to his home country to further developing his skills at the Japan Karate Association, and eventually cultivated his own form of Chungshin martial arts, which he taught. His proficiency with martial arts and athletic ability will come in handy as he integrated his unique skill set in Hollywood, taking on roles in 1993's action thriller Rising Sun, starring Wesley Snipes and Sean Connery, as well as the 1991 action crime Showdown in Little Tokyo, starring the late Brandon Lee and Dolph Lundgren. I remember that movie. Tagawa was also part of the ensemble for the Bernardo Bertocolosi acclaimed 1987 film titled The Last Emperor, which went on to win 9 Oscars at the 60th edition of the award show ceremony in 1988, including Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Cinematography. His final major role was in 2015's Amazon sci-fi series The Man in High Castle, starring Rufus Sewell and Alexis Davalos, where he portrayed the fictional trade minister of the Pacific States of America, Nobusuke Tagomi. I'm probably butchering the hell out of that too, so I apologize to people in Japan. Alongside his wife, Sally, he moved to Hawaii, raised a family on the island of Kauai. I'll probably butcher that too. Sorry for the people of Hawaii, just not Hawaiian rolls. And konnichiwa, bitches. He's survived by his wife, their 3 children, Kaylin, Brennan, and Kana, as well as his 2 grandchildren, River and Thea Clayton. Yeah. Again, RIP. to Mr. Tagawa. He lived a beautiful life. It sucks. I think this sucks because I really liked him in these movies. I hate AI. Matter of fact, okay, I stopped this. I'm not going to show this but yeah. And like I said, my first introduction to him that I recognized was him being Shang Tsung. You know what I'm saying? Was him being he was also Hitachi he was a Tekken, even though that movie sucks. He was in Tekken too. So you loved him in Johnny Tsunami? Yeah, it's yeah. Yeah, man. So RIP, I seen that. And I thought it was a hoax because I got tricked. Somebody put RIP Rod Woodson from the Steelers. I'm like, oh snap, Rod Woodson? No. And I got tricked. But then I seen this, I was like, oh, it's just a trick. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. So yeah, man. RIP. RIP. You know, he lived a beautiful life, man. And I get to enjoy his character on Mortal Kombat. You know, still, so his legacy never dies. It just lives on. It just lives on, man. So, yeah, man, this has been kind of a tough year for the people who's died, man. Yeah, this hits me because I used to use that Six of Truth. I used to use that intro when I first. Now, y'all see my shirt right here. LOG. That's the Legion of Geek. And I used to have a show when I first started doing the nerd comedy, and for a while, that's what I used to use as my intro. It has begun. And, you know, this is like, it's like James Earl Jones, but a little different. It's a little different because I legitimately grew up with James Earl Jones because my uncles and them like Conan and stuff like that. And you know, of course, Star Wars. My Uncle Bradley was a big Star Wars fan, you know, and, you know, when I was 8 years old, he was, you know, King Joffrey, Joffer, you know what I mean? You know, for me. So that hit a lot differently. This is because I guess I'm so attached to the Mortal Kombat franchise, and I get almost everything Mortal Kombat, you know, almost everything Mortal Kombat. So yeah, and D'Angelo hit hard for me too. But this has been a year, man. This has been a year. Malcolm Jamal Warner, like this is when you start looking at, man, all the people that I kind of grew up. I remember watching Mortal Kombat at the movies in high school. You know what I mean? You know, D'Angelo, you know what I'm saying? I want to be the dude with his shirt off. How does it feel? And Jamie Foxx beat me to the punch. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, this is man, this is different, man. This is different. This has been, you know, the year's not over with, man. I hate to say it like that. The year's not over with. But I am so blessed to be able to literally get a chance to enjoy you know, his work that he's done. He's done amazing work, and we all got to enjoy that. And I guess at the end of the day, that's the biggest blessing. We got to enjoy his work. So yeah, man, it sucks. It sucks, but we got to enjoy his work, and that's all. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. At the end of the day, you know, we all pass on. We all got a chance to enjoy everything that he's done. So yeah, Irv Gotti. Yeah. Yeah, Irv Gotti, man, that was crazy. And as it was different because you know, is I grew that was my 20s. Was Ja Rule. And Irv Gotti and Ashanti and the whole thing with G Unit and all of that. That was my 20s, man. You know what I mean? That's like literally like you. It's almost like you grow up with these people, and then this is the stuff that happens, man. But this is life. This is why you got to be. Let's be real, man. That's why you have to enjoy your life, dude. I've had a lot of transition. I'm a Tony Todd, man. Yeah, Angie Stone. But this year has been a lot of. Can I keep it a buck with y'all before I let y'all go? This year has been a lot of transition for me. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not trying to get him, not gonna throw all my personal business out there like that. But I had a lot of transition in my life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff happened or whatever that was weird this year because, you know, I've noticed, you know, people change and all of that this year on me. You know, I had a lot that happened with me this year that I didn't share with a lot of people, but my inner circle knows. But a lot that's happened with me this year. And I had to learn just enjoy the next day. Yeah, Inez, we you know, I hate that happened, but you know, but I had a lot of stuff happen. And because you guys have been watching this show for a long time, you know that I've said I've dealt with depression, anxiety, stress. You know, I've almost deleted myself off the timeline in the past, all of that stuff, you know. But what I've taken from this year, out of all the stuff, all the transitions and the moving parts and all of that stuff that had happened in my life that I didn't share, and I still got up and entertained you guys every day, you know, every time I got a chance to, being consistent, all of that, because I know that I have a purpose to be here. And every day that I'm on here, you know, I'm going to give you guys everything that I got and enjoy every moment that I got. Every moment. Because you just don't know. You just don't know. You know, you might think you're the healthiest person and end up being sick one day. You know, it's just anything can happen to you. The closest people can you can lose at any moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so you got to just enjoy the moments. That's why this year is all of that that has happened to me in my life, and it's been a lot that I had to grapple with. I even noticed I put up a picture of you know, of 6 years ago, and I was smiling in the picture, and now I don't even smile in my pictures, and I'm like, I need to get my joy back because I know all the stuff that I went through this year. And I was like, damn, I don't even smile anymore. And I had to check myself. Really, legitimately. I had to check me because I'd done the work. And I'm like, because you got a lot of this is going on, don't let nobody take your smile from you. Don't allow life to take the joy from you. The Bible said, you know, joy comes in the morning. No matter what happened the night before, joy comes in the morning. Allow yourself to have this joy. And I'm talking to myself. Allow yourself to have that joy. Allow yourself to enjoy the moments. If people go in and out of your life, that's okay. That's okay. Because no matter what, as long as you are fulfilled in your purpose, no matter who you met, who's there, who's not there, who pick up the phone, who don't pick up the phone, you still got joy that comes in the morning. Yeah, weeping may endure for a lifetime, but joy comes in the morning. So I'm not going to allow the clouds to stop the sun rays from coming through just a little bit. Because even when it rains, you can still see the sun. It's just around all that cloudiness, but the sun never goes anywhere. And I had to tell myself that. I mean, if the people who follow me on Instagram, I do apologize. I know you guys be hitting me up. I've not even been in the mood for social media because of everything that has happened in my life. But I had to remind myself, joy still comes in the morning. You have a script to finish. Joy comes in the morning. You still got a film to shoot. Joy comes in the morning. You still got people to entertain at 7:30 in the morning. Joy comes in the morning. You still got a life to live, no matter who is in it or who's not in it. Joy comes in the morning. And that's my message for you guys. Don't let nobody take your smile. Don't let nobody put no dampers on your sunshine. Don't let nobody take anything away from you. Because joy still comes in the morning. All right, let me get you guys up out of here. I got to get deep on you guys sometimes. But you already know what time it is.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that up, B.
Before I go, Bel Air, I'll do it tomorrow. Do my Bel Air Friday, but I just do it on tomorrow. When I get home, I might just do it as a video. They didn't care about season 4. They just wanted to hurry up and get the show over with. I keep telling y'all want black shows. You gotta watch them. And they did the jump on it dance in episode 4. But if you want black content, you gotta watch it because they half-assed this. I'm trying to tell you, they half-assed this season. The writing is inconsistent because they just was like, and they dumped it. It's not just Disney that they dumped this. 3 episodes one time, 2 episodes another time, 3 episodes to close it out. You don't even get time a week to even process what you're watching. But Coco Jones was on tour. That's why she was in and out of this season. She was actually on tour. But I'm trying to tell you, stop making the shows that all we want to watch. When we're all just gangster pimps, hustlers, you know what I'm saying? Bad bitches and all of that other stuff. When they actually show us one to go to college, one to be something, despite all the goofiness that goes on, there's still hope and all of that. There's still a message. Y'all don't want to watch that because the train wreck is way better. Just saying. All right. Thank you so very much for tuning in to another episode of the Dre Mack Show. I'll give y'all Bel Air Fridays tomorrow. I really want to go to bed, honestly. I might do it. I don't know. I'll do it sometime. But yeah. But what did you guys think about the acquisition? What did you guys think about what the conversation was? Let me know in the comment section below and tell me what you guys think. Are you for the merger or you're not, let me know and put it down in the comment section below. But again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can never, ever miss one of my videos again. Until next time, I'm going to holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe power, man. Enjoy y'all weekend. And remember, joy comes in the morning. Don't let nobody take your smile. Where's my outro at? Because I want these guys to enjoy their weekend, but you already know I gotta go. Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over? What? Huh. Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.